If you are debating having children, please stop and listen.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't.
My dream since I was a little girl was to have a baby. I wanted to be a mom. All I ever wanted was one little girl, and I was going to name her Harley, and my dream was going to be, that was it. That was the dream. I actually was given my dream. I married everything I ever put on paper for a guy that I would want. He's that and more. And then I get pregnant, and I have a daughter. I have a girl. Oh my God. Dream come true. I was like, this is great. I have been severely disappointed with the dream.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
My husband works a lot more than he used to. So spending time with him, it's not like it used to be. I can't take a shit by myself.
That's nasty.
I can't eat when I want to. I can't go out and just get a Dunkin' whenever I want to. I can't film a video whenever I want to. Do not try to make the family that you've always wanted. Don't even do it. Don't do it. Go travel, bitch. Go be hot. Go create your family.
So they asked us why the birth rates are dropping in the U.S. This is why. I mean, look at this lady. She's married. She's got a kid. She's saying that she regrets having a kid for whatever her reasons are. But you knew what you were doing when you decided to have a kid. I'm pretty sure most people understand the ramifications of having a kid. Life is not going to be the same anymore. Also, I believe a lot of these situations are self-inflicted. But that's just my personal opinion.
I consider myself someone that stands 10 toes down on the fact that I regret motherhood. It's like I don't regret my daughter. I regret the role.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Why?
I think people are rubbed the wrong way about it because most moms feel that way.
Yeah.
And you're not allowed to say it.
There is an anxiety that I have developed having a child that never lived in me before at all. The fear of even when she's not with me and I don't have to be selfless.
Because he has the eye of the tiger.
He does have the eye of the tiger.
Are you sure about that?
I'm still thinking about, is somebody going to hurt her? Is an earthquake going to happen? A mother is like who I am, like at my core. And because of that, it consumes a lot of my thoughts. And I fucking hate that.
I need space from my child in order to be
Cap.
a good parent. I can play as much as a 34-year-old woman can play.
Yeah.
But feeling guilty about that too. I chose to be a mother. You're supposed to love every part.
One day she's not going to want to play
She's
with
not
you.
going to want to play. You're going to wish you played. No, I won't.
Look at the name of this podcast. Enough said. Second of all, when you look at, when these people say, I love being a mother, or I love my child, but I don't like being a mother. That's the same as when they say, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. Bro, that don't make sense. Which one is it? What are you talking about? Crazy.
I regret being a parent. Now, before you come for me, please hear me out. For the longest time, I didn't want kids. My husband and I were on the same page, and then we got to year 11 in our marriage, and through some discussions and things, we decided we did want to start a family. We changed our minds.
This camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
As people do. And I think we went into it thinking that it might not even happen because we had some friends with fertility issues and things like that. So we thought maybe this might not even happen for us.
No. No. She wasn't ready. She wasn't ready.
So we're just going to go ahead and try anyway. Instead, it happened very quickly. And I think that kind of shocked us a bit. And for 2 straight weeks, I cried thinking about it because I was like, what have I done?
Been cooked.
I've ruined my plans. What am I doing? I got over it after the initial shock of it all. And then the pandemic hit and we had our daughter and I thought, great, now this is not going at all as what I thought. And it was hard, but I love my daughter.
Cap.
She is hilarious. She is so sweet. She's so smart, witty. I can be having the worst day ever, and she knows that, and she'll give me a hug, and she brightens every part of my day. And I love being her mom, and I love being a mom. But
Got him. We can got him.
there were a lot of reasons why I didn't want kids. And one of those reasons was that I didn't want to bring a kid into a world that was declining as it is. And I don't know if this happens every generation. I don't know if every generation has thought, what am I bringing my kids into? But especially with the state of things as of late, I look into her eyes and how bright it is and how wonderful she sees everything. And I just think, what have I done? Because one day it's not going to be as bright for her. And look at everything that's happening. So in that respect, I regret being a parent, even though I love being a mom. And I just wanted to share that with you today, in case anybody else feels that way.
Alright, so I get this lady one thing. She said that she had her baby around the pandemic, which I believe that anybody who had a baby around the pandemic was shaken up. They didn't really know how to deal with that situation and how they felt towards the situation. At the end of the day, though, there's no way you can tell me that you laid down with a man and decided to have a kid and you didn't know that you were going to have a kid. That doesn't make any sense. I'll be honest with you guys. I had my son June 19th or June 14th, of 2019. So it was right before the pandemic, and I had no idea the pandemic was going to happen or that it was happening. So, I mean, like I said, I can relate to the lady on that note. Other than that, though, you're saying that playing with matches, you didn't know it was going to start a fire. Come on now. That doesn't make any sense.
Motherhood is only hard when you don't have no help. I'm talking about not even a goddamn teaspoon of help. From the daddy, to the daddy side of the family, to even your side of the family. They don't give not two rats' ass to help you. So of course, you're going to be upset. You're going to be regretful. You're going to be depressed because it's like you can't do nothing because you have to tag along a toddler. You can't even have a moment to yourself where you can breathe because it's somebody screaming mommy every 2 to 3, 5 seconds. So all the young women or any woman who does not have children, if you genuinely don't want none, don't you have none, if you ain't gonna have no village, honey. It's me, when I got pregnant at the young age of 15, I had a village. I had a village and I had a wonderful pregnancy. Still to this day, I have a village. So me, I'm not regretful of motherhood. I'm just, every body experience is different. I really feel for the moms that don't have a village. Everybody needs one when it comes to raising a child. And at the time I was a child, having a child. So my village was amazing, but not everybody is blessed with that. And I'm starting to see that's a luxury to have. And y'all, that's just my opinion.
So I'll go back to the fact that this is purely self-inflicted for most people, because most people who have a child and then they split with their significant other, it's premeditated in most cases. Yes, there are bad men in the world. Everybody knows that. People who don't want to take care of their children and all that good stuff. But the majority of the single mothers that we see nowadays, they are putting themselves into that situation. They are the ones who do not want to work it out with a dude. They don't want to have nobody, they don't want to have no guidance. They don't want to have nobody telling them what to do, any of that stuff. And so, in a lot of cases, they push the dude out of the household. So if you're pushing somebody out of the relationship in order to say, okay, the buzzwords, they're toxic, they're narcissists, that's on you. That's not on everybody else.
I'm gonna be honest. A lot of moms regret their kids. A lot of moms hate their kids.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
A lot of moms don't like their kids. A lot of moms are being moms because they have to. If majority of these moms had the choice to give their kids away with no repercussions, they would.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
And I don't blame them, because I probably would too. You know what? I know I would.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
You want to know why? Because it's not fair for one person to sit around and be the caregiver, the financial provider, the emotional support.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Why?
Everything for 1, 2, 3, 4 children, while the other parent just up and do whatever they want to do whenever they want to do it with no repercussions. Yeah, you can put them on child support, don't mean they're going to pay it. Yeah, you can send the cops to them, don't mean they're not going to duck and dodge them. What's taking their license going to do? Baby, they still going to drive that car. It's not fair. And they wonder why mothers be they self and these kids.
Alright, so this chick is just loud, ignorant, and wrong. I'm gonna be honest with you. There are situations where men don't do right by their kids. There are situations where women don't do right by their kids. This here, what this lady's speaking of, she's trying to paint a picture to where men are just wrong in this situation. Men are the ultimate reasons why single mothers act the way they act, or mothers, period, act the way they act and do the things they do, which is part of the rhetoric that they've been pushing online for the longest time. And when you really look into it, most fathers want to be in their kids' life. But between divorce and paternity fraud and all of the other nonsense that men go through, usually on the way out of the relationship, you have the situation that you have now. But I would also say, why do these single moms keep pushing men out of relationships? How about we look into that? How about we look into the deep root of the problem? Because I've seen chicks be with a dude throughout the summer, have the baby, and literally weeks after the baby is born, she's back out on the street with the baby, and you don't see this man ever again. Why is that? So we just gonna all say that they deadbeat dads? Come on, man. Trash.
We just had a child. It was 11 months. Well, she's going to be 11 months on Friday. Mm-hmm. I think we were in an argument at one time, and she said, "Oh, that's why I didn't want to have a baby with you."
Mm-hmm. I did.
And
I did say that.
Okay, you're upset, and you said something that you didn't mean. You cannot convince her that that's not what she meant. Mm-hmm. So where do I go with this? Mm-hmm. What do I do?
See, here's the tough part, because that's how I felt. Mm-hmm. Because Dale has another child. Mm-hmm. He's been married before. And so he already knew what to do here. He's already done this. This is why I was afraid to, to parent with him. He just makes me feel inadequate in everything. Mm-hmm.
So I want you guys to look at the pain in this dude's eyes when he's recounting how this situation made him feel. I'm assuming in a therapy session. I also want you guys to take note of how proud she was that she said what she said. Then I also want you guys to take note of the fact that afterward, her excuse was the fact that he made you feel inadequate as a parent. So why not learn from him and try to step your parenting game up instead of treating him like crap because he's a better parent than you? That's crazy.
This single parent life ain't what y'all want. This is not what you want. Don't be out here thinking that the grass is greener. Don't be out here starting these problems with these men that really want to be in their kids' lives. Because being a single mom, being a single parent is not a badge of honor. It's not something that I wear proudly, the fact that I'm raising my kids alone. I co-parent with one parent, and I'm doing the shit by myself with the other one. This is not what y'all want. I'm telling y'all. And I would tell anybody, if you can work it out, if you can try to fix the relationship, if it's something minor, something trivial, try to fix it. Because raising these kids by yourself, not having a break when you need a break, having to mentally train and teach manners and deal with behavior in school and by yourself is not what you want. I promise you, it's not what you want. I am a nurse. I am a therapist. I am a chef. I am a nutritionist. I am the judge, the jury, the bailiff. I'm a lawyer. I'm all this. I'm the bank. I'm the financer. I'm the meteorologist some days. Being a single parent, I don't wear this as a badge of honor. These are my war scars. This is, if anything, I have a Purple Heart from the battle I have endured as a single parent. This battle ain't what y'all want, y'all. If that man wants to be in his child's life, let him be in a child's life. Stop fighting him to be a parent. Take the help. We don't have to do everything by ourselves. Take the help. Stop trying to be so independent. Let somebody help you. Because if I had the help that I so desperately need, I would not feel the way I feel right now. I feel like I'm drowning. Literally drowning. Like drowning.
Now, I don't know if this is this lady's normal disposition or she's just having a moment of clarity. Either way, I left this clip in here because she's very much telling the truth. She's very much taking accountability, it seems like. And the reality of it is that none of this stuff is meant to be alone. I mean, biology gives us a clear map in which, and like how to proceed in this situation. It takes two people of opposite genders to have a child. So that's a clear map to tell you it should take at least two people of opposite genders to raise that child. So it's like, if you decide to go against God, the universe, whoever you want to say is in charge, I fear you have to suffer the consequences on that one. I'm sure there are people who do it because they have to. And, you know, if you are abandoned as a parent, that's much different than you just choosing to put yourself in that predicament or pushing the other person away so it makes it look like they decided not to be a parent. Because I've seen too much of that.
You know, I really feel for people that really don't have like a real strong village. Like, this shit is not fucking easy. Like, it's hard enough motherfuckers gotta work every fucking day. But to have a child and then you gotta work and then you gotta just stay afloat, like, I can't make this up. Like, whoever that has no children, please. And if you want some, please stop the want. Because that shit gets so out of pocket sometimes to the point where it's just like, why? Like, I don't know how y'all gonna come to me about this, but it's just like, why couldn't I be the woman that couldn't have kids? Because if I would have knew that my journey was gonna be like this, I would have just rather wanted than to have.
So out of all the people on the planet, you were given the ability to have children, and this is what you decided to do on the internet. You know what's crazy? I think nobody thinks about what the ramification of the kids. Kids are everywhere. They're on TikTok, they're on YouTube. So when they see this stuff, how do you think your kids are going to feel about the way that you're talking about having children? Even if you don't specifically say my kids, how do you think that they're going to think about you as a parent after they see this? Because that's going to be one interesting thing to watch unfold.
I literally hate being a mom. But I love my child, but I hate being a mom. And I feel like people that are only moms can only understand.
Maze, chill. No, chill for what? Who is this nigga?
This saying, you can love your child but hate being a mom.
Cap.
Because being a mom comes with so much responsibility. But the thing that I hate most about being a mom is the fact of how vulnerable it makes me, and the fact that every single decision I make, I have to think about my child. Like, there's no form of selfishness, if you get what I mean. I really hate how vulnerable that makes me. Some people love that about being a mom, like you're vulnerable, like me, no. Like, bro, I think about so many things. If my child gets bullied, if my child goes to someone's house and they do something, like that is putting not only them, but me in a vulnerable position, if you get what I mean. And I can be strong for my child so much. Do you get it? Like, they're going to have to go through certain things in life that I'm not going to have any control over, heartbreak, all of that. And it's like, damn, like, I understand it's hurting my child, but it's putting me in such a vulnerable position. It's just such a hard thing, you know? A very, very hard thing.
Man, all I heard was this lady wants the ability to be selfish while also being a parent. Here's the crazy part about that. That's like me saying I want the ability to be an employee while also having managerial pay. Listen, once you become a manager, you have to do what a manager does. You gotta write the schedule. You have to make sure people are there. You have to, open the store, close the store. That is part of the managerial duties that you're signing up for, along with higher wage or salary. It comes with the territory. For you to not understand that makes no sense.
Guys, this motherhood thing for me is a lot. And I think I started the year off really on a positive note. The reality of my situation is that this motherhood thing for me is just like no other. And I think I've been feeling a bit embarrassed about my life. Hence why I haven't been on social media. It's so weird, from being so vocal about my life to going into a shell and feeling so embarrassed. And I think because I've been seeing a lot of posts with other mums and their kids, and it's all so merry and their kids are all so well behaved.
Alright, so back in the day they used to call this faking a funk or fronting. A lot of people on social media are selling you a dream, man. That's why everything's so perfect. The dishes are just put away in such an extravagant way. The kitchen is always clean. This is this, and bad example, but the point that I'm making at the end of the day is just everything on social media is very, very pristine for a reason. Everything is just to sell you the lifestyle. And what a lot of people don't realize is, people say, you want to see how to be a millionaire, buy my course. The course is what's making them a millionaire. So it's just them showing the best parts of their life. Outside of that though, being a parent, you're never going to, nothing's ever going to be perfect. So you just got to do what you got to do and get through it. This is going to be the end of the video, y'all. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified the next time that I upload. Also, join the Discord, link is in the bio. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.